Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahusha, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahusha Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, They're Coming, my source, RT.com, and this article is entitled, National Security Threat or Nothing Burger, Lawmakers Send Mixed Signals After Being Briefed on UFOs. This article was published on the 17th of June, 2021. Lawmakers have dropped hints about the conclusions of a Pentagon probe into unidentified aerial phenomenon after receiving a classified briefing about the investigation. The Navy and FBI informed members of the House Intelligence Committee about the government's findings on Wednesday, ahead of a much anticipated UFO report that is expected to be presented to Congress in the coming weeks. Although remaining tight-lipped on what had been revealed, several lawmakers provided the media with vague but intriguing soundbites. Committee Chairman Representative Adam Schiff said that the briefing was interesting but declined to get into details. I did learn things that were certainly new to me, but I think I'm going to leave it at that, he told the NY Post. Rep. Sean Maloney was more talkative when asked about the report's contents, but still spoke in general terms, describing UFOs as a potential national security. We take the issue of unexplained aerial phenomenon seriously. We want to know what we're dealing with, he said. Maloney added that there are legitimate questions about the touchy topic, noting that there's a proliferation of technologies out there that may be linked to unidentified aircraft. Other lawmakers have been more outspoken about UFOs and what they could mean for the U.S. Rep. Tim Burchett, who is not a member of the Intelligence Committee, told TMZ earlier this week that clearly something's going on that we can't handle, and suggested that the U.S. military was engaged in a cover-up. He added that he didn't think that the UFOs could be of Russian origin because they would own us right now if Moscow had access to such advanced technology. UFOs are identified within the Holy Scriptures. 2 Kings 6 and 17, and Elisha prayed and said, Lord Yahweh, I pray thee open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. During the ancient times, so-called UFOs were identified as horses and chariots of fire. Ancient means old. Modern means new. Now Esau labels chariots of fire as UFOs. And guess what? They do know what they're dealing with. Case in point, the Navy and FBI informed members of the House Intelligence Committee about the government's findings on Wednesday. I wonder why these representatives were so tight-lipped. Second Kings 2:1. And it came to pass when the Lord Yahweh would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind during the ancient times. so-called UFOs were identified as a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. Exodus 13:21, and the Lord Yahweh went before them referring to our exodus out of Egypt, by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and night. Verse 22, he took not away the pillar of the cloud by day. All right. During the ancient times, so-called UFOs were identified as clouds. Okay. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. All right. And the reason why you see the Lord Yahweh in all caps is because Yahweh Shai was doing the will of Yahweh. Okay, it was Yahweh Shai that led us out of Egypt. Revelation 1:7, behold, he, referring to Yahweh Shai, come with clouds. All right, Yahweh Shai will lead, all right, the heavenly hosts, and they will be inside of clouds, which are also identified as the chariots of Israel, whirlwinds, clouds. Okay. Behold, he come with clouds, many, 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 many chariots. And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Tawab. Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. During the ancient times, so-called UFOs were identified as a flying roll. Wisdom of Solomon 5:2. Let's start at 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, hence the prophets, before the face of such as have afflicted him, beginning with the nation of Edom, trickling down to these other nations, and made no account of his labors. Verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, right? Because this Exodus, all right, Lord will, we are the hopeful elect. We will not leave out of modern day Egypt in helicopters, boats, cars, trucks, motorcycles. Okay? No. We will be beamed up via the chariots. Okay? Or clouds or whirlwinds. Okay? And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for, right? They never saw it coming. If Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shai has gave you that spiritual insight, UFOs are really IFOs, which means identified flying objects. They're coming. Lord will, you're edified. Shalom.